So what's up guys, welcome this time. This is the newest video on our channel. Now I have had very bad remarks about my voice and my accent. I decided to confirm that and I went to my friend's house and tried to make a video there because so many people thought that my accent was bad. Well, it went on perfect, so I decided to buy some new gear during the weekend. But till then we'll be stuck with the same audio quality. Now let's start with the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse Yu-Gi-Oh version. Now, there are 4 types of basic decks. There's also the 5th type that includes Burn, Exodia, Mill, etc. But let's leave that behind. Now, there are not based decks. These not based decks are decks such as Gladiator Beasts or I don't know, or Twilight, for example, that aren't based solely in one attribute or type, but are based in multiple ones. There's mono attribute decks such as Madolche that are based on having an attribute on the field. There are also monotype decks such as Bujin that are based, Fire Fists or Six Samurai or Black Wings that are based only in having one attribute, and there are double decks which are based in one attribute and one type, such as Black Wings, such as Fire Fists, such as, I don't know, there are lots of decks like that. I can't just think now for a moment. Now, we have to kill these decks. How do we do it? With our 4 Yu-Gi-Oh cards: Rivalry of Warlords, Gozen Match, DNA Transplant, and DNA Surgery. Now let's start with Rivalry of the Warlords. The effect is this: each player can only control one type of monster. Send all other face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. Now imagine how practical this is. Now you can always do it like this. You play a monotype deck, dragons for example, or I don't know, there are lots of decks like that want only one type on the field. If your opponent plays something different, you just play this card and all cards that he controls, almost all of them, get sent to the grave. Just for some further ruling notes, if they already have a monster on the field, they cannot summon monsters of a different type. So it's basically a Kaiser Colosseum, only more limited in its effects. But can be played in a wider range of decks. Now let's continue. Gozen Match. Gozen Match is the same thing, but only it's for attributes. It has been played quite successfully in this format against Dragon Rulers. It's a very good card. It was played by Samuel Padigo, who won ECC Turin, and it's very good. It's the same usage. You can all adapt to it. Now let's start with DNA Transplant. This card is too damn awesome. Now you can just activate this and change your everything to the attribute of your deck. If your deck isn't mono attribute, you can still play, just change it to an attribute that you find good. For example, let's say you play Gladiator Beasts, you can just change them all to wind and it will be okay. DNA Transplant isn't such played card, such as its twin card, DNA Surgery. DNA Surgery is the same thing, but it's only for types. It has been played a lot in the last format against spellbooks, and I think it's quite usable now. You can play it versus a lot of different decks. You can play it against your Bujin. You can just declare your favorite type and suddenly he doesn't have any Beast Warriors. You can play it against Fire Fists. Those fire formations will not be activated. Those pesky traps like Tenkan. You can play it against you can also play it with Dragon Rulers, because you can just declare Dragon and suddenly half of the decks of the game fall in your knees. Not that they don't already do, but well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, these cards are amazing. I tip you, play them, use them, side them, main them, your choice, but Play them with care, and I don't want anyone complaining for playing DNA surgery and DNA transplant, because they can be played in also in every single deck. You can play it in Bujin and declare Beast Warriors, or you can play it against Bujin and declare anything else. You can play DNA transplant against mermaids, and you can play it with them and declare water. These cards are amazing. I tip you to see and learn how to use them. So see ya, folks. And if any of you has a deck or wants to duel me or has a video, I'm quite certain that I can put it in the channel if it's cool. So see ya, people.